Settled next to the Willamette River, Austin Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Ducks will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kane. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Beavers' return team didn't help matters out much with that one. They've met in the so-called toilet bowl, and they've played to go to the Rose Bowl. It's run the gamut, but this one is always intense.
Yeah, Reese, I called that game back in 2009 where the winner was going to go to the Rose Bowl, and I had a chance to really feel the electricity and the excitement at Austin Stadium that day. This really is a tremendous rivalry.
And even when a Rose Bowl isn't on the line, Oregon State just feels good. The in-state rivalry, the hate, it's always a good matchup.
To the air, it's Alexis. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Grabbed over the middle, it's Conway. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They go to the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotion surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Beavers send out the punt unit. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Ducks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, they just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no answers. Every possession Oregon had, it seemed like they were going up and down the field. So a big challenge for Oregon State in this one is to try to get off to a great start.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Harris back to pass. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Buying some time. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And the Beavers will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch called for and made. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
The throw. And they're not on the same page there. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Harris will throw. Firing to the right, complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Ducks have this offense rolling. They'll leave it with him. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's got it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the ground, it's Conway. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to throw, it's Alexis. Just a short pass to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency that...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Beavers decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He throws one to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The official... coach accepts it, they will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Harris back to pass. And the defense gets to the quarter.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
On third and forever, let's test his arm strength. He got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Ducks! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. A strike downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Beavers will hustle to the line.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff. It's Conway. Across the 25, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. You can hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Alexis. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the field goal unit is on the field. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
14, Oregon State, 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll start this drive firing. And that defense gets to him.
for set.
At the 9.
A loss of 8 yards on the play. Brings up second down.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking to throw on second down. Going over the top. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. And that's one he'd like to have back.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And he was hit just as he was... And it falls to the ground, incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wide receiver shows motion. On fourth down, going to the air. And that ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT.
Oregon State
For this possession. Line gets set, first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to throw, it's Alexis. The quick out. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over first and 10. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wideout in motion. Looking to move it through the air. Skips away from pressure. He's going to take off. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Okay, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Field is so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Field goal is good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Beavers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Harris will throw. And he was hit just as he released. To the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Well, they haven't been able to get it done on fourth down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the third time the charm. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to try to get it himself. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Quarterback checking off. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Unloads it downfield. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. He looks that one in nicely. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Harris back to pass. Quickly complete. Touchdown Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good. But Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. It's complete on the right side.
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
He wants to pass it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They're going back to the ground. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. At the 45 on his way. Nifty little... Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's high. Elf. On the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver! And they'll put that scoreboard up.
Oregon State.
Put 6 on the board. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oregon State, 14.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to get them.
And he is snowed under, sacked at at the 7.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, but not before he... what they need to move the sticks.
This defense has to know that QB zone read is a big part of how they're going to be attacked. These linebackers, they've got to switch and get into position to replace these crashing defensive ends, because this is a quarterback that can get up the field quickly like he did on that last play.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
He'll pull it down and run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big hiccup and a 1st down for this offense. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Floating away. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Harris will throw. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, it's so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. You need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Powers through the defender. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the... Finally stopped.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the 2nd level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down. The Beavers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. In the red area, it's Conway. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That is how you form tackle. Put your head on him, bring your feet, get him to the ground. That's how you create those little birdies that fly over people's heads when they're running with the football. You can see them getting woozy. What a great stick by the linebacker.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass, it's Alexis. Dumps it to the back. Quick completion on the out. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grab near the marker. It's Conway. Touchdown, Oregon State! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score.
And the pressure was too much. At the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to run it. Looking down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Ducks! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to throw, it's Alexis. Snags it over the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Beavers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone right now on the same page.
It hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He caught it. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Oregon State, 28.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Scanning the field, it's Alexis. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Feeling some heat. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the 1st down. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Beavers are flying down the field. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Forced out of the pocket. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Going up top on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
63, Oregon State, 35.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. Open space at the 25. And how about that run? A huge gain and... Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Conway. They'll pick up 4. 2nd and 6 coming.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. To the air, it's Alexis. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. On the move at the 30. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Beavers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. 3rd and goal from way back there. They'll run the option. The pitch. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now on 2nd down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Trying to get to him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Quarterback adapting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Looking for a deep man. Makes the catch down the right side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Kane. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were weak.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. Back to throw, it's Alexis. Getting some heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never never gave his receiver a chance. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Beavers will punt it away on 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jim.
And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. And the defense gets to him. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today, and this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Harris back to pass. They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.